Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. I would like to take a moment this week to send our heartfelt condolences to families and friends of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Please keep them in your thoughts and prayers as they manage yet another crisis. I would like to call upon Bas Asselberg to address the club.
Hello, fellow Rotarians. Eileen Carroll. She passed away last night, Sunday, April 19th. I've known her since shortly before she became a city councillor here in Barrie I think it was in 1995. And we always had heavy and lively discussions around politics. She became a Liberal MP in 1997 and ended up being the Minister of International Cooperation and had finished a stint as the Parliamentary Secretary for Foreign Affairs. Very involved, very active in politics. And she was also very involved in the development of the Canadian International Development Agency, CIDA, which is an agency that many of our Rotarian members know well because it was very much involved in many of our international projects and were partially very successful because of CIDA. So Eileen Carroll had a lot to do with the development of CIDA and the maintenance of CIDA. She moved to provincial politics in 2007, and she was in Queen's Park for quite a few years, I think until 2012. She was the Minister of Culture, but very shortly after became the minister responsible for seniors. And always outspoken, always fiercely Canadian, and always looking out for community, whether it was local, provincial, national, or international. Eileen was always looking at improving the world, which really met well with a lot of the Rotary slogans we had every year, and especially with our service above self motto. She found always time for small as well as large ideas. My daughter was 16 when she was at Innisdale and had some questions about a project she was working on for the Global Perspectives program she was in. And Eileen had a whole night available for her and talked her through many of the questions that she had. And I'm happy to say that her husband Kevin and I managed to really enjoy some truly good Scotch malt whiskey while we were listening to the two of them. She also helped out Rotarian Debbie DeCare when she found herself caught in the aftermath of a hurricane in Mexico. Jumped to her assistant and in a very short notice had Air Canada come to the rescue of the stranded Canadians. There were over 100 there, and they were all, thanks to the very quick action of Eileen, helped out. That's Eileen. Big and small issues really didn't make a difference to her as long as they improved community. And like I said, Eileen and I and many of our friends did not always see eye to eye on many of the political issues. However, we really, really enjoyed challenging each other and being friends. And I will absolutely sorely miss her. She was only 75, and her health had been going downhill in the last 5 months. And her loss is really, really sorely felt. And my thoughts are very much with Kevin and Daniel and Joanna, their kids. And I want to say goodbye to Eileen Carroll, a really, really good person and good Canadian.
Thank you, Bas. It seems only fitting for someone who gave so much of themselves to Canada that we dedicate O Canada to Eileen, followed by a toast to the Queen.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Cattle grass porti pila, i se porti l'acqua, ton espoir est inévocable, des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, everyone, for clicking the link this week. Things go better when you view. Our Beacon editor this week is Dave Porter. If you have any announcements, please give them to Dave in writing. I have no idea where Dave is. Dave, where are you?
Oh, hi.
I need you at the command center immediately.
I'll be right back.
For a report on makeups and introduction of guests, I call upon Graham Allery.
Good day, President Craig and my fellow Rotarians. I am pleased to introduce the visiting guests and Rotarians to this week's video meeting. But before the introductions, I hope this video finds you and your family and friends safe and feeling well in this time of COVID-19. I believe that we can beat this virus through solidarity. This is not new to Rotarians and allows us the opportunity to show and demonstrate what a team working together can do in any extreme situation. But here you go, today's guests and visiting Rotarians, starting with the infamous diabolical Dutchman himself, Baz Ellsberg. Greg Hammond, the unknown, the balding Dave McCullough, seldom here SAA Kyle Campbell, the wonderful Arlette Utton, Skywalker himself Dave Porter, and special cameo appearances by John Laking and Dave Brown. Back at you, President Craig.
Thank you, Graham. While you were carving past President Dave, you forgot a couple of names, Louise Jones and Kara Hofsemer. They will also be joining us this week. Next week marks the end of April, and I thought it might be kind of fun to have a live Zoom meeting. Dave Porter will be sending out an invite about Zoom and also providing a tutorial on how to access Zoom.
Hey guys, so we're going to be doing a Zoom meeting on the 30th. So if you want to be prepared for the meeting ahead of time, just go to zoom.us and click on resources and then go down to download Zoom client. From there you can choose whether you want to download the client for your computer, download it for your browser, Chrome and Firefox, sorry Safari users, or for your tablet or phone. You can get the iPhone version off the Apple App Store. You can get the Android version off of the Google Play Store. You can download it now, or you can wait until I send the link. When you go to join the meeting on the 30th, it will say, you don't have it, please download. This just gets you ahead of the curve. If you've already been in a Zoom meeting, you're fine. You've already downloaded the client and you're good to go. We'll see you all then.
And if you're not quite tech savvy or your internet isn't great, there'll be a phone number that you can call in to do a conference call as well. I'm looking to see if everyone could send in pictures of their back door. So go to your back door, take a picture of your yard this way, not this way, sorry Dave, this way, and send them to Dave Porter. It'll make sense next week, hopefully. Yesterday we celebrated the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be a bigger celebration with Greg McWatt and the Environmental Committee. As you know, this celebration has been postponed until October, but we look forward to making it the grand event that it was going to be. Kara Hosmer, do you have a report yet on the fun run?
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. President Craig, fellow Rotarians, Carrie here. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the fun run. I really wanted to give you guys a full tour and full reveal this week, but I'm going to have to keep the suspense rolling for one more week. Next week, stay tuned. I will do that for you. This week, we really wanted to reach out personally to our sponsors. Many of you Rotarians are sponsors, so we'll be reaching out this week to fully reveal the website to you guys and the new concept. So hold tight. We're excited. Might I make a suggestion, though? Don't bury those running shoes too far back in the closet. You're going to need them. All right, stay tuned. I'll show you more next week.
Thank you, Kara. Another mystery update. I can't wait to hear what the details. I know it's going to be spectacular. I'm pretty sure I can find the running shoes. However, I think the shorts might be a little tight. Past President Arlette sent in a very interesting video about how you can occupy your time when you can't really go outside. Arlette?
Good afternoon, President Craig and fellow Rotarians. I hope everybody's doing well and doing as best they can during this very strange time. To keep myself occupied, I've been keeping a diary, so I thought I might share it with you today because I think sharing everybody's experiences helps an awful lot in times like this. So, day 1, I can do this. I've got enough food and wine to last a month. Day 2, opening my 8th bottle of wine, I fear supplies might not last. Day 3, strawberries. Some have 210 seeds, some have 235 seeds. Who knew? Day 4, 8 p.m., remove my day pajamas and put on my night pajamas. Day 5, today I tried to make hand sanitizer. It came out as Jell-O shots. Day 6, I get to take out the garbage. I'm so excited I can't decide what to wear. Day 7, I'm laughing way too much at my own jokes. Day 8, went to a new restaurant called The Kitchen. You have to gather all the ingredients and make your own meal. I have no clue how this place is still in business. Day 9, I put liquor bottles in every room. Tonight I'm getting all dressed up and going bar hopping. Day 10, struck up a conversation with a spider today. Seems nice. He's a web designer. Day 11, isolation is hard. I swear my fridge just said, "What the heck do you want now?" Day 12, I realize why dogs get so excited about something moving outside, going for walks or car rides. I think I just barked at a squirrel. Day 13, if you keep a glass of wine in each hand, you can't accidentally touch your face. Day 14, watch the birds fly over a worm. The Cardinals lead the Blue Jays 3-1. Day 15, anybody else feel like they've cooked dinner about 395 times this month? Anyway, that's as far as I've gotten. I've run out of time. The days are just so busy, but I will try to get back to this diary as soon as I can. Anyway, thanks everybody. I miss you.
Great job, Arlette. Maybe this week you could paint the walls again just to watch them dry. Birthdays and anniversary, past President Dave McCullough.
Good afternoon, President Craig, fellow Rotarians, and any guests that may be joining us. It's my privilege this week to be able to announce birthdays, anniversaries, and club anniversaries. Birthdays this week, Johnny Laking and Bobby Greer. Congratulations, guys. Anniversaries, Doug Jernigan and Sandra, 38 years. Past President Dan and Barbara, 41 years. Congrats. Club anniversaries, we have Chris Yancey, 14 years. Congratulations. Also this week, we've celebrated the 1 year anniversary of the Satellite Club. So the following 8 members, congratulations. Lauren Blanchette, Andrew Choi, Eric Harkinen, Katie James, Mike McCann, John Stapleton, Joe Tascona, and Carrie Thornton. Thank you very much for being part of our club, and congratulations on your 1 year anniversary. Back to you, President Craig.
Thanks, past President Dave. This is certainly a great anniversary. I would also like to thank Sue Barnes, Scott Elliott, and yourself for your commitment to the Satellite Club and making it a success. We are all still learning with it. Sergeant at Arms Kyle, what is going on this week?
President Craig, here I am down at the lake shore. Thought I'd come down and just check out, see if I can help out taking down some lights and things. John Laking's done such an amazing job all these years, but I thought maybe I'll come and help him out. Anyway, I hope you can notice there's nothing left to do. Mr. Laking has stepped up as per usual. He has taken care of one of our great fundraisers, and just wanted to do a quick shout out to John to say awesome job. Thanks again for a wonderful year down at the lakeshore, and these lights, a lot of work putting them up and a lot of work taking them down, and it looks like you've done it all on your own. Bang up. Thanks, President Craig.
Louise, how are you?
Hey Kyle, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Wonderful, thanks for asking. I hear there's a bit of a good news announcement going on in your world these days.
There is. I have accepted a position with Youth Haven. I'm starting as their Director of Fund Development on Monday.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you, I'm very excited.
Good news, Louise. Sorry, did I hear a President Craig in there at all?
I didn't hear
Oh,
one.
hey, President Craig.
Yes. So I think that's there's at least $2 there, and it looks like you either just came back off a vacation or you have a laundry machine that looks a lot like Kyle Campbell's behind you there. Could you? Yeah. So it isn't a flight that you just took. So good news announcement. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing?
Well, I have to say it was my first virtual interview. I will be raising funds for Youth Haven, working with an incredible team. I guess I'll find out more on Monday, but just, make lots of money for Youth Haven. Don't include that, Kyle.
Well, that's okay. First, Youth Haven second. We're okay with that.
What does Youth Haven do in the community, Louise?
So yes, they support up to 300 youth. I guess they supported 300 youth in 2019 in Simcoe County, covering Barrie, Orillia, Collingwood, Bradford. So they provide, not only do they provide housing, but they provide counseling and support. And yeah.
Terrific. Very good news. So did you bring any dice with Sergeant at Arms Kyle?
I do have some dice here. Hang on.
Hey, could I just say something, President Craig?
We've got dice, but okay, go ahead.
Okay. Have you heard about the Front Steps project?
The which?
The Front Steps project.
The Front Steps project that you've been going around the neighborhood taking pictures of people on their front step?
Yes, from the curb, raising thousands of dollars for the Barrie Food Bank.
Yes, I have heard of that.
Great.
Why are you bringing this up now?
How much have you raised, Louise?
Close to $6,000.
Wow. That's why you're bringing it up now. Are you thinking that we aren't going to roll the dice just because you raised $6,000?
You can go ahead and roll the dice. It's a 6.
I think we should roll the dice and go ahead. Go ahead, roll the dice there, Kyle.
That's a 1.
All right, so we're going to make Kyle donate $1.
I love it,
the next time he's
Craig.
back.
That's awesome. I also went through the Front Steps project with Louise, and it was an unbelievable experience. It's my screen shot on my phone. It's also on my computer. I can't believe what you've done, Louise. So I'm glad the president has finally done something proper and not fined you and finding the person who should be fined. So great job. Thank you so much, Louise, for everything you've done.
You're welcome.
Thank you
My
very
pleasure.
much. It was a great idea, and it was again one of those things that everybody was just looking to get out on their step and feel like they're actually contributing to the community, even though they're stuck inside. So great job on your part, and I know you're going to take that enthusiasm with you to Youth Haven as well. And I can see a possible partnership with Rotary and Youth Haven too at some point in time. So that's great. Looking forward to it.
Great. Thank you, President Craig.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Kyle.
Again, great job, Louise. No fine.
President Craig, fellow Rotarians, great to see everybody again. This is week 4 of our attempt at engaging the club during these trying times. I hope everybody's practicing their physical distancing, and I hope everybody's well. We've had a lot of fun doing these, and so here's another attempt at one. There's some fun stuff this week. I hope you enjoy some live shots out in the field, some video recording using some new technology, and this is just a quick little intro for the essays bit this week. I've got a good news announcement, and I'm going to read it, so that's why my eyes are going above the screen here. In case you are short of material, comma, yes we are, thank you for sending. My news of today, in brackets, makes me feel even older. This morning at 4:39 a.m. at RVH, I became a great grandpa, in brackets, Opa, with the birth of Everly Annabelle Pato, to oldest granddaughter Sarah and Jeff's first child. 6 pounds, 1 ounce. All are doing very well and happy, so are we. I will pay whatever the fine you levy when we get back to regular meetings with these disrupted times. Cheers. Congratulations, Dave, Brown, and Sharon. This is incredible, exciting news. This is awesome. I love this. We've got all these pregnancies and births and all of this happening at this time, so it's great. Quick little shout out to Marta Ross on sending me the video of the campfire. It's awesome. I think it's great. We're going to try and put something together here for the club, so hang tight. But thank you, Marta. That's awesome. Thank you, Sebastian. Sorry, past president Sebastian. I have to say that because I was on your board, so I have to acknowledge that. I think on your video, it's fantastic. So I know that's going out to the club this week, and I've had a couple others, but we've got a full slate, I believe. Anyway. Thanks, everybody. Well wishes to all, and we'll talk and hopefully see you soon. Oh, wait, I was out for a walk and saw Chris Yanch, so just wanted to report quickly. He's walking. His hair's getting long. He's looking terrible, but he's out walking, and so it was a Chris Yanch sighting in my neighborhood, which is always good to see. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. SAA out.
Dave Brown, that is really great news. No fine to my car buddy.
Hello, President Craig, fellow Rotarians. I'm going to announce that I have new wheels. I should say a new wheel. I probably have to pay a fine for. It is basically for dirt. So I want to introduce you to my new vehicle with my new assistant at the front tire. And I'll be gladly paying the fine. This self-isolation has been great for gardening and getting all kinds of home chores done. So I hope everybody stays safe, stay away from each other, and keep going. We get through this. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bass, you have until next week to take someone out for a test drive in your new vehicle. Take a selfie. If not, we're going to have to roll the dice. Maybe just one dice, but we're going to roll it because it's only got one tire. John Laking had an extra special birthday this weekend. He was the winner of the Rotary beer and had a bunch of friends over, as you can see in this photo. I think this is the first time that John's had friends over that left more beer than they drank. So congratulations, John. If you've spoken to me about your need to leave early, now is the appropriate time to do so. Our guest speaker this week is Greg Hammond of Hammond Transportation. Greg has put together this really great video showing the early years of how Hammond Transport got started as a taxi company and how they progressed into a family-owned and operated bus company. So without further ado, Greg Hammond.
Thank you, President Craig and fellow Rotarians. It's been my pleasure getting to know so many of you over the last few years on my visits to your club. And in fact, the last couple of times I was there, I wasn't even introduced as a visiting Rotarian. So maybe that means that today is my classification speech. I'm really excited to get to introduce you all to our family business, Hammond Transportation. And I'm sorry that we can't be together today, but we're very proud of the video that follows, and I hope you enjoy it too. Barrie plays a big part in the history of the Hammond family and buses. My grandfather, Harold Hammond, had a love of vehicles. Harold attained his professional driver's license in 1923 to drive bus for T.R. Huxtable in Barrie. He drove a route from Barrie to Allendale. After a few years, he returned to Bracebridge, where he worked at Muskoka Garage as a mechanic and a driver, and he started a family. And that's where the beginnings of Hammond Transportation really begin. So I hope you enjoy the video, and until we meet again, stay safe.
Orville operated about 2 years by himself, and then his dad, Harold Hammond, joined him in the taxi business. Harold kept the cars going on the road, and they were a great pair. He had a large family. He came from a family of 8, and they all worked with Orville. But he was exceptionally proud that he did a lot for the community, and he always had the name of Hammond Transportation out in front. And he was just so proud of what the Hammond name stood for.
The business grew quite quickly from the 50s to the 70s. And at age 12, I started dispatch. By 16, I was 15, I was driving a bit. Hammond Transportation always had a cartage business. And we all worked at it, whether it was drawing wood or delivering freight. In 1971, I bought out the cartage business and formed Muskoka Transport.
Orville had discovered that after he had sold the trucks to his younger brother Paul, Muskoka Transport, that suddenly he had 2 sons that were old enough to be working, but we weren't old enough to drive school bus because we weren't 21 yet. So he bought 2 small trucking companies in Huntsville, and Jim quit college and I quit high school, and we went to work.
No, it was hard work when we were young guys. We delivered freight and meat and furniture and all that kind of stuff. And so that's why the bus, when you didn't have to carry stuff, the busing business seemed a lot better.
In the summertime, had a run to Manette, and we would deliver freight from P.J. Marin on the main street, J.D. Shire, lumber. Even at that time, we delivered meat on a stake and rack truck. There were no coolers at the time, so you had to, as quickly as you can, deliver the meat to the stores.
The great thing is that whenever someone sees a school bus in Muskoka, they assume that it's a Hammond bus. Muskoka is a very unique place. We have unique needs in this area, whether it's camp kids in the summertime or corporate groups, sports teams. We do all those things, and I used to go to a lot of graduations, and the grade 8 kids would always talk about, oh, the trip to Ottawa, or the trip to Quebec City, or the trip to Niagara Falls. It was that traveling that was important to them, that they remembered.
A great camaraderie, like when we were bus drivers or truck drivers, and it was a lot of fun.
There's the fun of driving, then there's the fraternity with the other drivers when you get where you're going, and then there's the drive home. And I've had a lot of 3 a.m. mornings driving home that I just feel like I'm 18.
The story of the Hammond family and Hammond Transportation isn't just a story of a family business with one family. We have lots of husband and wife teams that work for us. We have couples that met when they were working for us. So it's really, their family has become a part of the Hammond Transportation family, and longtime employees and multi-generational employees. It's just a really unique experience in 2019 that you could work with so many family members in a business that is located in such a beautiful part of the world. So we're pretty fortunate.
Greg, thanks so much for putting this together. Family businesses are rare, and obviously the mentorship for this model has been a success. Congratulations to Hammond Bus Lines. Next week's program will be the live meeting, 7 p.m. Dave Porter will send out the email. Music and Rotary connect the world. So this week's music connection is Canadian buses. You can't be a Canadian musician without riding a few hours on a bus. So this week we have bookends. We had the three tenors at the beginning, and we're going to have our very own menacing country music guy, Jason McCoy, who is also a proud Canadian and just released his song, We Are One. It's an interactive song where you can actually go and download specific sections and edit it yourself and then post it again on YouTube. It's a COVID relief program. So here it is, We Are One. Download it and look to see it on YouTube. If there is no other Rotary business, I declare this meeting adjourned.
World of worry, world of change, world of lives rearranged, joined together in song. We are one, we are one. We have doubts, we have fears, we share the hurt, we share the tears. We are here, we're not alone. We are one, we are one, we are one, we are one. Yeah, the miles may divide us, all the love will unite us. We will rise and overcome. We
Hey, I hope you like the song. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and go to weareoneworld.net and join us. Let's hear your voice.